Italian former culture minister defends tourist who simulated sex with the Florence statue. I mean, we're all lads. We've all been on a night out. We've had a few innas. And then you see like a statue, and it's like, mate, Callum, go act like you're giving it a suki. Like we've all done it. We've all done it. Callum done it, and Callum got really into that, man. Callum has technique. Vittorio Sigarbi dismisses drunk women's antics as amorous exaltation amid anger over assaults on nation's historic treasures. In her defense, that statue is ripped, man. Like, look at that, man. He is in the gym every day. 100 crunches, 100 push-ups. I mean, he's on the rowing machine. Like, that guy is absolutely ripped. Of course, she walked up to him and immediately bent over. I am currently working out because I didn't plan to be single again, and I have not took care of this at all. It's like, fuck, shit. It's okay. I'm working on it. I'm working out every day now. I'm getting buff. I'm getting hench. It's fine. I'm losing weight. An Italian former culture minister has defended a drunk tourist who simulated having sex with a Florence statue, describing her behaviour as an amorous exaltation. The blonde woman, dressed in shorts and a t-shirt, provoked an outcry after she was photographed climbing onto the statue of Bacchus, a replica of a 16th century original by Giambologna. Did I say it right? I don't care. The statue sits in a niche on a street near the Ponte Vecchio bridge. Images posted on the Welcome to Florence Facebook page showed the young woman hugging and kissing the statue and then simulating sexual positions. The social media post provoked a wave of protests from the public and cultural officials outraged by her behaviour. Vittorio Sigarbi, an art critic and former culture undersecretary who was sacked for alleged conflict of interest earlier this year, is well known for his provocative opinions. A drunk girl performs a critical act, not an erotic one, he said on X, formerly Twitter, of the women's late night activity. No real man can compete with the naked statue of the god of wine and fertility, Mr. Sigarbi added. Fair point. Man's ripped. He's jacked. Like, have you seen some of the statues, man? They're all fit and healthy. These guys live in the gymnasium. Like, I don't blame her. But Florentines were infuriated by the tourist behaviour and are demanding greater penalties for assaults on Italy's historic treasures. Are we sure we need these kinds of tourists in Florence? Asked Marco Passeri, a former city councillor. Respect for monuments. Tourists are welcome, but there must be respect for our monuments, whether they are originals or copies. Antonella Rinaldi, the city's art superintendent, told the Corriere della Sera. Not least because I doubt that this woman, who I blame, knows the difference. Last week, a teenager was reported to police after he climbed Florence's Santa Maria del Fiore cathedral and filmed himself with his mobile phone as he reached its celebrated dome. He then posted photos and videos on his Instagram page. A month ago, another tourist etched his initials, you piece of shit, etched his initials in the Ponte Vecchio bridge before being stopped by police. And last year, young men clambered onto the replica of Michelangelo's statue of David in the Piazza della Signoria in Florence. These constant displays of rudeness and incivility happen because everyone feels entitled to do whatever they want with impunity, said Patrizia Asprone from the Confucultura, blah blah. You fucking get a real language. We need to apply the Singapore model: tight controls, hefty fines, zero tolerance. Mr. Sigarbi was forced to resign from his position in the Culture Ministry amid allegations that a 17th century painting in his possession was stolen from a castle more than a decade ago. He was also accused of altering the painting to disguise its origins. He has strenuously denied the claims. Even though I'm making jokes and going, yeah, of course he did that to statues. See the guy, he's fucking ripped. Don't do this. Don't do this shit. Like, if you want to stand in front of it and get a selfie or whatever, take photos of it, admire it, whatever, that's absolutely fine. But climbing up on, like, all these old monuments and important statues when you are worse, etching your etching your fucking name into that shit, you're a piece of shit. You're a piece of shit if you do that stuff, right? These are extremely important pieces of ancient cultural heritage. Don't damage them. Don't fuck them up. I'm not asking you to, like, show respect, like, don't salute the statues when you go past them or anything like that, but just don't damage them. I don't care what you do, just don't do anything that could possibly damage these things, right? It's dumb, it's stupid. I know we've all been drunk on a night out, and we've got that famous statue in Glasgow that we like to put the traffic cone on, and that's now became like a very iconic thing about the city. But still, just don't do this stuff.